Hi everybody, this is Donna with Tribulation Ready Survival. This last week we had kind of some opportunities pop up for us. Our air conditioner, if you're on our Facebook page, you know our air conditioner went out and it was really hot in here. And a good friend of ours offered to let us use her portable air conditioner. So we went and got it, and I always want to check her ditches. She lives out in the country, and she has got the ditches by her house are just full of different kinds of foliage, and I thought, I bet there's some good stuff in there. And so I stopped and I found, as you're going to see later on in the video, I found Echinacea and St. John's wort, amongst some other things, but those were my two most exciting things I found. Just a little backstory of how I even got started in foraging. We have a daughter that has an injury from a thing that I can't say on YouTube, and it made me start looking at natural medicines and natural, like what kind of vitamins is she missing. And so for years I went to the health food store and would pick up different supplements, and it was really pricey, and there were sometimes I couldn't get everything that I wanted to get. In the last few years, God started showing me that our time is short and we don't have a lot of time. And he told me to start foraging, start looking at the plants in my area. When I would go to the store and I would look and I'd say, I can't afford all these vitamins. What am I supposed to do, Father? And he would say, go look at the plants in your area that will give you the same vitamins. So I am slowly learning. I would not at all say that I don't even know the right word. I'm still learning. With all that being said, in this video, this is not medical advice. This is not any of that kind of thing. We are not liable for you to go out and try it and you get sick. You need to do your own research. When you look at a plant, you need to double, triple, quadruple check it before you decide to ingest it at all. So with that being said, how can you do that? How can you start looking? Because if you're like me, there's not a lot of people around you that even have that knowledge. And one thing I wanted to say with that, when everything, like when the stuff hits the fan, I grew up in the Oklahoma Panhandle and have been in Kansas most of my life, the Oklahoma Panhandle in Kansas. And growing up, when I was in high school, almost every single one of the guys had a shotgun in the back of his pickup truck because they all hunted. And so the men around here all know how to hunt. So even if that's your plan, well, I'll just hunt whenever everything goes down. At least in my area, almost everybody knows how to. They already know how to hunt. They already know how to prepare the deer or whatever. And those that don't know who does. So that's something that whenever we can't go to the grocery store and stuff anymore, that's something that's going to be not take very long before there's not very much left. So this is what God's been showing me to do. So how to get started. I have a stack of books right here. These are all from the library. So I'll just hold them up so you can see what I have. You can look at these books, you can get pictures, you can download an app on your phone, Plant Identifier, and just start walking your neighborhood and finding out what's there and what kind of things are medicine and what kind of things you can eat. So that being said, I want to show you, I've been carrying this around. My girls bought me this bag, but everything else in here I got from the Dollar Tree. So I got a little pad of paper, and I did the bees because our last name is Stinger, and working with nature. So I got a little shovel. You're going to see later on in this video that this shovel doesn't work for what I wanted it to work for. So if you're needing to dig up roots or something, you might want a much better shovel or trowel. Little clippers, some gloves. There's some different kinds of thistles and stuff that have a lot of spines and stuff on them. Some baggies so I can gather what I do find, and a pen so I can write my notebook. So not a lot, but I can keep this in my car, and if we're traveling somewhere and I see something that I've been looking for, I can go out and see if I can identify it and put it in my baggie, and I'm prepared. So just like you have a go bag, you can have a foraging bag. So another thing, how to keep your herbs after you find them, I have several different jars here. So you can see, you can keep them in all sorts of different jars. This is a salsa jar that we washed the label off, and I actually have plantain oil in here because I'm going to make a salve after the plantain oil is ready. So you can kind of see it's the oil, it's literally plantain and olive oil on top of it. And it's in the cabinet every day and you just shake it. But here's some Nasturtium from our garden from last year. It's really good with vitamin C and stuff if you're sick. So this is something I bought from the Dollar Tree. And I was going to show you the writing on here. I used paint markers on this one and on this one. And what I did was I didn't even put everything that they're good for. I just put what my family would want to use them for. So goldenrod was a big one. As you can see, I'm almost out. I'm ready for it to grow again. It's not time yet. But I put on here what all it's good for. And so goldenrod, it's antifungal. It dries your mucus, achy muscles for UTI, gas, kidney health, arthritis, sore throats, achy muscles, helps cardiovascular health, yeast infections. And that's just a small amount of things it does. But it's so that my family, when they go look at, I have several of these jars, when they go look at the herb, they know which one it is and they know what it does. If you're ready to clean these jars with a paint marker off, you just have to use a cotton ball with some alcohol. So this one I got at Dollar Tree, like I said. Couldn't find any more. I got like 10 of them and then they were gone. And I really wish I could have a lot more because I keep growing what I know. And so I wish I had more. This one I found at another store. Just look around. But this one I have calendula in. And calendula is actually one that we grow in our garden because it has so many good uses. And it's good for acne. And if you're getting older like we are, it's good for wrinkles and all of those kind of things. But on top of that, it's good for, increases your white blood cells, it drains your lymphatic system, helps with your digestion, helps if you have diarrhea, ear infection, cancer. So this is another thing I wanted to show you. This isn't really a foraging thing, but just because we're talking about calendula, I have teenagers that have acne. And so I take some of the herb and I just dump a whole bottle of witch hazel and put it in there and shake it up. And the witch hazel helps dry out the acne and the calendula helps heal the acne. So you can use anything. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can use what you have to even get started on this. The other thing I would suggest is you walk in your area. I keep having this urgency that we don't have very much time left and before everything goes crazy. I think we're getting ready to hit in the Great Tribulation. And I might be wrong, but I do think that it's going to get a lot harder. So walk your area and see what you do have. If you can't drive, the Echinacea and the St. John's wort, I don't know where any of that is close to my house where I can walk to it. I need to get in the car to drive to it. My friend lives 15 minutes away by car. So I'm not going to be walking to that when everything's in chaos. Those are herbs I want to gather right now and make sure I have them. But just in our neighborhood, just walking around our neighborhood in our area, these are just a few of the things I've found that are all either medicinal or food. I found plantain, which I showed you, willow, which is good for pain, apple tree, pear tree, mulberry tree, juniper berries, dandelions, clovers, lilacs, sorrel, morning primrose, Jerusalem artichoke, black walnut, raspberries, and there is maple tree. So, and that's just a few things. So I know exactly where they're at. I know which neighbors are growing the willow trees in their yard and who has this or who has that, or is it just along in a ditch or by a creek or whatever. So as you're going to see in this video, Mike and I, out by my friend's house, just stopped and in the ditches found a couple of things. We're going to show you how to prepare a tincture with them and just to keep your eyes opened. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any better ideas of how to store the herbs or how to prepare the herbs, please let us know. Comment below, join our Facebook group, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much. All of you have a blessed day. Hi guys. So we were just at my friend's house. She lives in the country. This is what I'm talking about. In the ditches, right here is St. John's wort. Tons of it.
Let's take a good close look.
So
Beautiful.
I'm going to cut some so we can take it home. But I don't want to cut all of it. I want to leave some for other people. And I don't want to kill the plant. So I'm going to take cuttings from a little bit of all of it.
Oh, that's a nice bundle right there.
So, St. John's wort.
And don't forget to shake it off and make sure there's no bugs in there.
So I'm going to make a tincture of this and show you how to do that. All right, guys. Again, we're looking in the ditches. Look at this. We've got Echinacea growing everywhere. There's a whole bunch up here.
Wild Echinacea everywhere. It's beautiful.
Echinacea, I can use all parts of it for medicine. So I'm actually going to dig some of this out.
Okay, there's 3 of them right there in one spot. And this is public property. Pretty hard ground, even though it's been raining.
Maybe I'm not going to dig it out.
Next time we'll bring my hoary. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, see if you can.
Okay, switch with me for the camera. I need a shovel.
Do it with your hands, honey.
Yeah, baby.
So Mike's going to dig it out for us.
Broken finger and all. Don't let nothing stop you. There it is.
So we want, we didn't get the root, but
Well,
that's the best we can do. So
it's a little softer up here. I think for this we need to bring a hoary. Just bending your trowel. This Dollar Tree?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I need to get you a hoary.
we're not going to get the root. But I want you to look at all this. I'm just going to walk along here. Show you there's Echinacea everywhere. That purple is some alfalfa. We've got Echinacea all over. We can't go in the farmer's field, but look, it's full of it. But we can go in the ditches. All right, guys, I have our St. John's wort, see it, and our Echinacea. And I'm going to show you how to make a tincture. I don't measure. If you want to measure, you can find something online. I use a Sharpie and a canning jar because you can wash the Sharpie off of your glass when this is done. So I'm going to make a jar that says St. John's wort. And I'm going to write the date. Today is the... And so I know exactly what's in here. And then I'm going to do the same for the Echinacea. And I always spell it wrong. So don't judge me on my spelling. But this will just wash right off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the St. John's wort and I'm just going to try to chop it. It's not chopping very good. So I'm going to tear it up. And the St. John's wort, you can use all the aerial parts, meaning everything that you can find. And we're going to just put it all inside of this jar. I don't know if you actually have to pull it all apart, but I feel like maybe it releases more of the good stuff out of the plant, so I do. So we're just shoving it all down in there as much as we can. That is not part of the St. John's wort. So then the Echinacea, I know I cannot chop it. It's pretty thick. So after I get all my St. John's wort in there, I am going to just dump in some alcohol. I'm going to cover the name because it's it doesn't matter what the name is. You just need to have a 80 proof alcohol. This happens to be 80 proof vodka. And we're just going to cover the plant. What it does is it pulls out all the good stuff out of it. And as you can see, it takes quite a bit of alcohol. And then I'm going to put a lid on it. And I'm going to shake it up. And I'm going to leave it in the cabinet for 6 to 8 weeks in a dark cabinet. Now we're going to do the same thing with the Echinacea. The Echinacea, just kind of pull it apart. These, you need a really good knife. I don't think my knives are good enough to get it all. So, but we're going to cram everything in there just like we did the other. It's essentially the same thing. Some people will follow a recipe. I just put what I got in there and call it good. Now, if you're watching this, it looks like the root's still really dirty, but I actually washed these, both plants. I don't think I said that. You need to wash them before you do all this. which I did. So got some grass in there. But these are clean, been washed plants, been washed jars. So, and it's the same thing. I'm going to dump alcohol in it. I'm probably not going to put as much in here because I don't have as much of the Echinacea as I did the St. John's wort.
And this is vodka that we're using.
But again, we're just wanting to cover the plant. I'm going to push it down in there a little bit further. So now what you do is you just have this in your cabinet and you leave it in there for 6 to 8 weeks and you just shake it daily. And when you're done, you're going to take the plant out, and what's left is the medicine that you'll need. So there's our St. John's wort and our Echinacea. Okay, Mike wanted me to show you these. These are ones I did yesterday, and as you can already see that this is the St. John's wort, and it's already turning brown because it's taking all of the stuff from the plant, and it's just going to get darker. And here's the Echinacea. So you can see the ones I did yesterday. So normally I don't make this much, but so that I could show you, I went ahead and made another one. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any better ideas of how to store the herbs or how to prepare the herbs, please let us know. Comment below, join our Facebook group, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much. All of you have a blessed day.